Welcome back for another episode after a week off of A Soccer Fan Walks Into a Bar. I've got Diego and Naz beside me. If you notice any changes or a little bit of a laggy stream, we are testing out some new stuff, so the video quality might not be exactly to our liking, but in the interest of keeping things moving and not being here till midnight trying to get this episode together, we figured we would just get off the rip with it. And we got Stack behind us, our student producer, who's been immensely helpful so far, and we're looking forward to more with that. But guys, how was the week and a half? It's not even like we didn't have a show. I haven't even seen you guys.
Yeah, I mean, after living together for a month, we all need a break. That's the beauty of not being married to each other.
Post World Cup, we definitely needed a little bit of separation. Recharge the batteries.
Yeah, it was so good. I haven't seen you guys in more than that. I wasn't here the last time.
Toward the end, we were getting a little catty with one another. It was definitely good to get away and, like I said, recharge the batteries. In the week that I've been gone, what have you guys been up to? Diego, what are you doing?
No, man, the brewery's been having a lot of changes, so I've been dedicated to that. But otherwise, like you said, recharging.
Giant tubes.
Lots of tubes, lots of things.
A hot button topic for a lot of regular
hot being the key word,
and our staff. So tell us about some of the changes going on upstairs.
Well, now we have a new climate control unit, so it's gonna be nice and cool in the summertime, toasty in the wintertime. Those are one of our biggest problems as a business. I think we finally addressed it. I think we're finally good to go, so come and check that out.
I've been here for several hours already. I didn't even make it upstairs to take a look.
No, right now it's a mess. Don't even go.
But for those
we've been posting. There is tubes everywhere. There is big giant machines. There's all kinds of things. But the work is being done. It's gonna be great. Other than that, recharging and checking out all these transactions and all these, mad rush for all these teams to try to get their ducks in a row now.
Yeah, for sure. So, for those of you that aren't regulars here or don't come into the brewery, it is an 1860s brick factory with one big wide open space, vaulted ceiling, no insulation on the roof. Any temperature from the outside tends to make its way inside, and we are trying our best to keep the integrity of the building, as the historic building that it is, but also the comforts of
modern technology.
21st century. So we're trying to balance that as uniquely as we can. What about you, Naz? What have you been up to?
Nothing. No.
You know what? There is nothing better than that.
No, actually, you have been keeping us informed more than anybody when it comes to all these things that have been happening. So you are at least you both, but mainly Naz
has been
my voice of news.
Very active in the Discord. So audience, if you want to stay up to date with news and notes, thanks to
check our Discord.
Jump into the Discord. If you have any questions on how to get into that, just comment in chat or on our Instagram or any of that stuff, which we can talk more about later. But what else have you been up to?
So Deanna's birthday, Riley's birthday happened, and we went up to visit her and stuff like that. So while she was away,
so
I had both the kids for that time, and was able to take them to see
I thought the beard was looking a little gray.
It is,
Two daughters on your own can do that for you.
Yeah, so other than that, it's just been busy with work. Even again, I think I came to the brewery for the first time on Thursday.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it was, So
this is my first time here since July 30th.
Yeah.
So it's I had to leave a trail of breadcrumbs to make sure I knew where to find the place.
It's like everything, man.
I am wearing my Colorado Rapids vintage. This is a 2015 jersey.
Look at you.
I found in my basement. Because what I do at the end of every MLS season, I'll look on the MLS shop and just find. So I think I got this for $12.
There you go.
But I went out to Colorado, watched a Rapids Austin FC game, went to a new event that they're running there called Burgundy Brewfest, which is right outside the stadium. They had probably 15 to 20 Colorado breweries, a couple distilleries.
Nice.
I think they had one or two cider companies as well, and it was just kind of
excellent.
Like an old-fashioned beer festival, small, intimate. It was cool. And then into the stadium, beautiful stadium, and a 1-0 victory for the home team.
Oh, perfect.
It was a 90-something or so minute penalty, and then they did. It's also, in addition to the U.S. 250th birthday, it is Colorado's 150th. They are the centennial state, so they were founded in 1876. Little history lesson for our audience there.
That was league play, no?
Yes. So that was the MLS league. So in honor of, I think they called it Colorado Day, in honor of their 150th anniversary, they did fireworks post-match. They invited all the fans to come down onto the field to watch said fireworks, which is a really cool experience. My girls were beside themselves in joy, and the fireworks were absolutely incredible, great spectacle. So it was over 100 degrees almost all week, but as they say, it's a dry heat. And in all honesty, it
matters.
No, it does matter, because we got back here and it was like, high 70s, feels like mid 80s with the humidity. It felt 10 times more comfortable back out west. Yeah. So
you were much higher too in altitude.
Oh yeah, we went to Rocky Mountain National Park. At one point there was a sign like 9,500 feet of elevation. So
it's pretty high.
Yeah, no, it was, you would know, Diego.
Yeah. Hey, listen, those mountains look so pretty when they're close by.
Yeah, no, it was. I'm not a hiker. I'm not much of an outdoorsy guy. But yeah, the mountains and the.
Yeah, what else do you do over there?
It was
man?
spectacular. Believe it or not, the section of Denver I was in, it's a huge Mexican neighborhood. There were taquerias and panaderías all over the place. In fact, I sent a couple photos to the kitchen guys of it's called Hamburguesas Juarez, and it is a single patty smash burger with anything and everything you can imagine. It had cut up sausage links, it had bacon, it had avocado slices, ham, pineapple, all in this burger.
You got me a pineapple, bro. I love it. I'm in.
Well, so the guy, I texted it to Oliver, and he's like, "Yeah, we have all that. Let's do it." I'm like, "Okay, let's do it." So maybe next time I'm
Hamburguesas Juarez, huh?
Hamburguesas Juarez. Apparently, that is
It's called Suarez because there's a little bite to it.
It's like a little. I want to say a chain, but it's a smaller chain specific to Juarez, Mexico.
Yes, okay.
So and apparently that is the type of burger that they have there. So I would liken that to kind of like everyone's got empanadas, and each kind of region, and not just each country, but each part of each country has their own kind of spin on how they do empanadas.
Aye.
So I would love to
Empanadas Newburgh.
Empanadas Newburgh.
Yeah, we were actually talking about it the other day. What is Newburgh's, traditional local dish or sauce or anything that we have? There is the Newburgh's lunch sauce that they have.
Tony's Newburgh lunch.
That is that sauce that is like trademarked.
The onions from Pizzato.
The onions. There are things that people drive from certain amount of distance to eat, but
can't eat the leaves. I don't know what you're talking about. Everybody drives the leaves.
I don't know, man. Yeah,
maybe
that is a good question.
It's a mission.
What is the quintessential Newburgh food item?
Do we create it?
Maybe.
The CDU sauce or something.
Well, listen, we've all been busy with our lives. But can you believe that we're only about 2 weeks off?
I know. I did.
Soccer again?
Hell yeah. Sorry, yeah.
I thought it felt like it just ended.
August 21st. And that's for the just for the Premier League. Some of the leagues I think might even be the week before. And if you are a team trying to qualify for Europe, you started, I think, July 9th.
I think
July 8th and 9th.
One of the cups too started for English. Like didn't Grimsby
Carabao Cup started this week.
We also have the Charity Shield on Sunday.
Yeah. Does anyone honestly?
Listen, Pep in his discussion counted it.
That's what I was gonna say.
He said X amount of community shields. So
depending on who wins, it matters or not.
I go back and forth with that because yes, it's a trophy, but to me, a trophy is something that more than two teams can be competing for.
Yeah, but I mean, if you think about what is it, the the team who wins what's the Super Cup.
The Super Cup. UEFA
Yeah,
Super
I mean,
Cup.
I feel like it stands just as much as the Super Cup does because it's the top two teams
But
in
to me,
that.
that is so okay. So this Sunday, Arsenal plays City in the Charity Shield, which
the FA Cup winner versus the Premier League winner.
Used to be an actual charity donation. Now it's just a money grab, and that's
It's just a name.
a horse of a different color, but. It's the kickoff for the 26-27 season, but realistically, that is a trophy for 25-26. Right?
Yeah.
Like you understand.
I mean,
to be fair, the season did end this year. Still, like you're still in the same year.
But what I'm like, how can you have a trophy for the 26-27 season where only two teams are competing for it based on their 25-20? I don't know.
So the way it's the whole undisputed thing. It's the same with the Super Copa. It's the same with so many other multiple intercontinental.
They added Finalissimo.
It's when it comes to intercontinental situations, because you gotta have the champions to play the champions. It's that undisputed situation, nothing else. And from what I understand, and for the years that I've been watching them, that's kind of like the way it is. That's the way we all as fans see it. All right, my team is the best one in the world. We haven't won one yet in Colombia, but we will. We will one of these days.
Yeah, I feel like it's a good kickoff. It's a good kickoff. It gets the ball rolling, and then they go into the weekend after starting the games.
Yep.
I mean, but to your point from last season, do you play the guys that you're worried about maybe getting injured?
No.
Do you play your second team? It's a meaningless game for the what is the goal of Arsenal this season? Is it to win the Charity Shield?
Oh, I don't. I have to be completely honest with you. After last season, I don't even care.
Does
I don't even care what the goal.
matter.
I don't care what the
Nothing.
goal season is.
It's all gravy.
All fucking honeymoon
You got
year.
it.
This is the honeymoon year, and I agree with that. Like, what do you expect? If the team starts dominating, you go week 10, week 11, they have 9 wins, 2 ties. Let's talk about, situations then. Right now, they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
This year is a free year.
They got the sign up on the in the thing. They got the trophy in the stand.
Maybe who cares? Maybe focus in the FA and in the Champions this year.
Probably the Champions League. That's my
it.
guess.
Yeah, say screw this year. You don't want to. But if they don't do well, the fans will let him go. It will be a slide. They'll talk about it, and then everybody else in the Premier is going to come down on them. But they will be okay about it because they won. It's fresh.
Like what
it's
happened with Liverpool last year,
It's no sweat of their backs. They're super happy. Now, what's the other team again? I'm sorry.
Man City.
Man City. Now, that's a whole different situation. They need to win it. I believe they need to prove they're coming out with the guys, and the coach needs to show a strong unified team.
I mean,
because he's a new coach.
Some losses too on the player side. John Stones is now at Inter. I don't think it's official yet, but Rodri is
Barcelona.
Yep.
Now, yes, those are the things. Oh yeah, Rodri Barcelona.
Bernardo Silva at Real Madrid.
Yes, I did wanted to talk to. We are going to talk about that later, are we?
Yeah,
we should.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a weird kind of
flex. We're going to do a flex show today.
Yeah,
we're going to be all right.
But first and foremost, I want to get to a lot of the news that has broken over the last week or two in our absence on the World Cup and the pending boycott from UEFA. So as it stands, it seems like all is well and good in the world of soccer, but literally days after the World Cup, there were news reports out that Gianni Infantino, without any guidance or polling or voting,
just
took it upon himself to sell off 20% of the FIFA World competitions through a subsidiary. I forgot what it was called. FIFA Forward, I think.
FIFA Forward.
To essentially a private equity fund, which happens to be run by Joshua Kushner. For our American audience or maybe even global audience, the Kushner name may ring a bell for you. Jared Kushner, Joshua's brother, is the son-in-law to President Donald J. Trump. He also is heavily embedded with the Saudi royal family and lots of interesting funding operations out that way. So this was, and also, you don't just within a week put all this together. So the rumors are that this has been going for a year or two, with, again, no, the word is escaping me, but under the curtain of anyone else knowing, including the FIFA Executive Committee, one of whom is an American and promptly resigned after this came out. Carlos Cordero, who also was a U.S. soccer president at one point in time, basically said, I knew nothing about this. I can't in good conscience allow this to continue. I'm resigning. So, it's been a wild time. And literally, I believe the day after, UEFA scheduled an emergency meeting. And they have chosen as one confederation to boycott FIFA events until that decision is rescinded. So overall, what do you guys think on the coming and going of and the rise and fall maybe of Gianni Infantino?
I am at the point, listen, I didn't read too much into it, all right, but we always have our tinfoil hats, right, and stuff like that, but I'm at the point where I feel like UEFA is just a spoiled brat, because they're at the point where it's literally just the pot calling the kettle black. Right, you have UEFA essentially this. How do I put it? It feels almost like UEFA is upset about something that they didn't think of, that they didn't have a hand in.
See, that's not the vibe I get at all. I get the vibe that and I believe UEFA even said it in their statement. Like, soccer is. The sanctity of the sport, I should say, is not for sale.
Okay. Then why is the owner of PSG the head person of UEFA? If it's not for sale, why is there an owner?
He is not the head of UEFA. That is the.
Why does he hold a head spot in UEFA?
So I don't know that.
Why are owners?
I know what you're talking about.
Why is conglomerates in the top spots of these people-owned organizations? Right, that's what they're saying. It's for the people, right?
Yeah, but
why has his team won the Euro or the Champions League twice in a row? Ever since he became. Listen, I'm telling you, I told you, tinfoil hats. These people are just mad. These people are just mad that their hands are not in the pot, and they're showing and they're being a spoiled brat and saying. We're turning our backs on this.
So I think what he's to be clear, Nasser Al Khelaifi, the president of PSG, is a member of the executive committee. Which is not uncommon for powerful clubs and also clubs from other countries. But he also serves. He's a representative. Here it is, of the European Club Association, which is almost like I'm trying to think of a good analogy for it. It's almost like a union kind of thing, like where they're fighting for the rights of the clubs. Not necessarily. So that is not necessarily a UEFA-backed thing, although they do cooperate. That is a separate entity in and of itself.
Yeah, but unions are unions.
Listen, like I said, I haven't dug deep into it. Do I think what he's doing is stupid? Yes. However, again, from my point of view, as someone on the outside of looking in, it's literally just the pot calling the kettle black.
I see. I
can't.
No, I see where what you're thinking on it is, but UEFA has also blocked the European Super League. Under the same guise of why are we giving ownership of something that's ours to someone outside that really does not care about the sport?
Because UEFA wants it to be their way. Why do you think they're so stingy about European teams and Europe being the best and all this? Like I just can't.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Can't with UEFA.
No, I don't disagree. And it's not even about UEFA. It's about the whole concept of soccer as not a business. That doesn't exist
Oh
anymore.
no,
That doesn't. Soccer used to be maybe a non-for-profit organization that wanted to promote the sport and grow it and blah, and the whole ideological part of it. That only stays on paper right now. The whole sport, it's a product nowadays. It's a matter of that. The ones that really, I think, need to grab that power, and I think it might, and because of the changes of generations and everything, is the consumer again. We are going to watch, we're going to play, and we're going to pay, and we're going to do all these things every time a World Cup comes in, every time something like that happens. The prices are going to be crazy. The countries are never going to make a dime out of it. FIFA literally makes every single penny out of it.
Also, as of the last thing I was reading, still owes the host cities money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is,
And what do you think is going to happen? Nothing, because, it is what it is. Yeah. So it is a business. It is cutthroat. The whole thing with UEFA, and I'm in between the two of you guys, they are mad that is not their pie. It is fine. But the thing with the U.S. is that, it is a move to corner a market again. Mm-hmm. And that definitely can be problematic for the game. If you start cornering that market like that and you start using a U.S. Saudi type mixed kind of like business outlook on the situation, things change a lot for soccer. So that's kind of like the thing. It is a problem because it shouldn't be that way, but the whole idea of the situation, it's past, it's gone.
Soccer. I think the pendulum can swing back. Obviously, we're not getting rid of the commercialism in the game, and that's okay too. I mean, there should be, there should be an entertainment factor, and if you want to consolidate's not the right word, but if you want teams like, and I'm just using them because it's a team that if you want Arsenal to be able to afford all these guys and consolidate their assets and everything, and when I say assets, I mean bringing in players and the stadium. You need that sponsorship from Emirates and this and that. So I think there can be a good balance of commercialism, but still the sanctity of the game can exist. And if you look at leagues like Bundesliga, for instance, they famously have that 50+1 rule where no single owner can own more than half the club. Obviously, RB Leipzig has kind of found their little workaround with that, but they're vilified by pretty much the rest of Germany because of it. We were talking off air before we started up about the non-American or the non-English ownership groups in the English Premier League. I think we counted through, there were 4.
I mean, to be completely honest, I do feel that, I don't know, it's weird. I feel like UEFA's taking an issue to it because I feel like over the last several years they've favored European or Saudi-owned clubs in a way that it's starting to show. And now, and again, that's what makes me think, again, from the outside looking in, that UEFA is upset with this because it wasn't Europe's hand in it.
Why do you feel that UEFA has favored Saudi?
No, that is a reality that happens.
But why? Why?
UEFA as an organization do think that they are the better continental group out of the world of soccer.
There's a stigma around UEFA that they are soccer.
Well, but there's also that same stigma from CONMEBOL.
No.
When you say CONMEBOL to me, it doesn't have the same stigma that UEFA.
No,
personally.
When it comes to,
I think CONMEBOL is light years behind in terms of between the selfishness of the federation, between the corruption of the federation, between the...
Oh, no. Okay, I misunderstood what you were saying. I thought you were saying that CONMEBOL was at the level of UEFA, and that is not a thing, though. Absolutely not.
But I think I don't think there's anything wrong with UEFA or CONCACAF or CONMEBOL wanting to put their feeling their product is paramount. What's wrong with that?
Because it's the world. I am so.
But UEFA is not the world. UEFA.
No, it's the
Europe.
World Cup.
Correct.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, let's say, the group pushes for this 20% off FIFA's transmission. UEFA doesn't have to agree because it really is egregious to commercialize that event. It's the event itself.
Okay.
It's not the concept.
Why doesn't UEFA do it with the Euro?
What do you mean?
Why can't they just do it with their competition?
Because they don't wanna. They don't wanna, and I get it. They don't wanna.
But now someone's doing something that they don't want. Now they're voicing their opinion. It's
well,
like
they don't. I don't.
I feel like it's just a stretch to get Infantino out. I literally feel like that's.
Well,
I feel like they found their way.
No, that's
and now
a-
they're attacking him.
No,
And that's it.
I don't.
I don't like the guy, but it's just one of those things that it feels like it's very pinpointed by UEFA, and now I feel like they're going to get what they want.
Well,
And they've already tried to call for. People are calling for the PSG head to take over FIFA. It's like, why does someone from UEFA have to take over FIFA?
No, you wouldn't be able to do that. That would be conflict of interest.
He said he didn't want to. He said he didn't want to.
That's a crazy situation for them to even consider. But it's the event again.
Yeah.
Coming back to what I was saying is it's just the event itself that has to be sacred, and it actually needs to change because it shouldn't be about the money. It shouldn't even be about FIFA. FIFA should not make a dime out of a World Cup. To be 100%
should go to the
with you,
countries
it should
and
go
the
either the
people.
countries and price support.
And
every
cities.
single penny
Yeah.
should go back to that because that is the only event that really involves and unifies. We
Oh,
were
yeah.
witnesses. We were witnesses of it. We lived here for a month. That is the sanctity of the event itself. That is the problem. That's where I have a problem.
Yeah.
It's a business. They can try to struggle or toggle for dominance and corner markets and this and that. And the Saudis can buy the entirety of Europe, and the Americans can buy the entirety of CONMEBOL.
Yeah.
I could care less about that because we are going to follow our teams one way or another. So when that time comes, we as consumers need to establish our power because this is a greater magnitude thing that if we say, if you're going to continue this way and this product is not going to improve, we're not going to consume it. The World Cup is different.
Yeah.
We always are going to do that.
No, and I think the
That is my problem with
bigger
the situation.
issue that UEFA has, among others, I mean, the U.S. and Canada also have come out and said it now. I believe the Asian Federation has come out in telling Infantino that this needs to be done with. I think the fact that this whole thing was shrouded in secrecy
No, of course.
is I mean the idea, in my opinion, is a terrible idea anyway. But the fact that there was no awareness about
It
it.
was just an instant thing. Yeah.
Yes.
But that's the thing. It's not an instant thing. I mean, these decisions take,
Red Black did comment just to
Oh.
say hello.
Oh, what's up, man? I'm sorry, we don't have a monitor in front of
From
us.
Red
Can I
Black
see-
M98.
can
I-
If you go into your stream,
Emirates Cup
Creator
champion,
dashboard.
you'll never sing that. You'll never sing that.
Yeah.
Followed up with.
he's
every
talking
other
about
five guys.
the.
Oh, here we go, chat.
He's
There
talking
we go.
about Borussia Dortmund.
There we
Arsenal.
go. Yes, red, black. Well, actually, we were talking about it. It was a very Greek match.
Yes.
Between Dortmund and Arsenal, we had
No.
a Greek goal scorer for Dortmund and a Greek assist. From
and
Arsenal.
got the penalty as well.
And
No.
Red Black,
The
yes,
through ball to
everything
go
going
first.
well for us. I appreciate you popping in. We are in the process of upgrading some of our equipment and also some of our staff.
Yeah.
So
Yes, thank you for
So-
popping in. I think it allowed us to cool
with-
our heads for a
with-
second.
With that, we always have our little,
Yeah.
idiosyncrasies and things deciding to not work when they're new. So,
Yes.
including our stream it's a little bit laggy. The audio sounds fine though. So Red Black, if it sounds fine on your end, just
Let us know.
Let us know.
Just
But,
cl-
or if it doesn't, either way, let us know.
Close your eyes and imagine our ugly mugs in
Yeah.
like an
Yeah, maybe-
anime style type
Maybe,
deal.
maybe the lagging video is better for us.
From Red Black. No worries. Just wanted to leave you with lovely greetings.
Oh, thank you, brother.
Red
God
Black,
bless
we
you.
always appreciate your greetings. Thanks again, and get to sleep. It's got to be close to midnight there at this
Follow
point.
with kind of lagging, to be honest.
Yeah, we're working on it. Don't
Yep.
worry, Red Black. We will be back and better than ever, right in time for the season to kick off.
Yes,
So,
these are the cobwebs that we need to kind of loosen up and get rid of. But no, yeah, it's the World Cup. To me, the only situation is the event. sell everything else you want. You do whatever you want with your leagues. Do whatever you want with your intercontinental competitions. Please don't kill the players. You know, that's the one thing I ask. But you do what you want to do with that. It's the World Cup. It's fundamentally corrupted to the point that... So, they're trying to strong arm, because that's the concept. That's the discourse on that. That they're trying to strong arm the countries, and they're like, all right, you get 20 million or 20
40.
whatever, 40 million.
I think it was 40 million. Yeah.
If you say yes,
up to 40
up
million.
to 40 million.
Listen, that I can side with the UEFA on, and that is ridiculous, because again, you're essentially bribing the country, saying, if you support us, we give you 40 million.
So
if you don't, we give you 10. It's like,
exactly. So that's what and that's what I'm trying to bring on that other concept of it. You're strong arming countries that will die if they, of happiness if they get $40 million in investment for their country. I mean, it's gonna be stolen because those countries are one of the most corrupt federations that they're there.
Correct.
So, but they're gonna say yes because that's what it is.
Because the heads of the FAs of those countries, have pretty deep pockets.
Pretty deep pockets.
Mm-hmm.
So it is sad to say, but those are the things that I have to say. The move wasn't done the right way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then the countries that will get up to the 40 millions, which are the UEFA countries, which are the leverage. If we were to say, I don't care about Ronaldo and don't come in, let's say bring back 48 different countries, but then we will have to support Isla Guadalupe versus Jamaica. So that's the deal.
I will say, if there's one thing we learned from this 48-team World Cup,
there ain't no dumb match.
Those countries have the support.
So that's what it is. It comes down to us as consumers. Yes. At the end of the day, we need to make our value be seen. You know what I mean? Like, you do whatever you want to do. If Europe doesn't want to come, we either are going to still support the World Cup and they're going to still be making money, and then no harm, no foul, and Infantino is infallible, and then next year it'll be 50-50 private equity and 50-50 in FIFA. So I just want the World Cup to be untouchable, to be the sacred thing it is. Like, we only remember how wonderful and how valuable that small tournament is for the world
during it.
As soon as it stops happening, everybody goes back to their own little corner of the world, caring about their own little thing, and this is what happens. People sneak in shit in between, and then...
I will say, if we can find a little bit of levity and humor in the situation, the memes were all out. Oh, can you believe it? Look at Italy. They've been boycotting for the last 12 years. They got on board early.
They're the precursors.
Stuff like that. But let's end it here. Hard and fast. Infantino in or out? Diego.
He's gonna die there, man. There is too much corruption.
Well, there is an election, I believe, for 2027. It's the next election cycle. So,
in.
What do you think?
I don't know. Who steps in after him? The next person with deep pockets? I don't know. I don't care. Either or.
I think out. I think I read an article somewhere that was comparing Sepp Blatter, the previous president, who had faced a litany of issues also and was arrested and this and that, to Gianni Infantino. And they basically said, Sepp Blatter loved corruption, but he loved soccer more.
That is a fact.
Infantino
is the other way around.
Not so much. He
loves the money.
He likes soccer. He loves the corruption. So you don't get to, we talk about it with American politics where we want these altruistic, younger people. You don't get to that level without
compromising,
shaking hands and greasing palms along the way. So
it's a business. It's still a capitalistic business, even though it's a sport.
Yeah.
The entity behind it is still a business.
The two don't have to be mutually exclusive, though. You can run a bit. I know it's not perfect and it's not it's not the top product available. But look at the Bundesliga. I think I've said it 2 or 3 times already today. Like they do a great job of keeping the integrity and the sanctity of the game while joining the 21st century.
Okay.
Being commercial.
All right. So you say the Bundesliga. Now, again, I don't know if this has any effect on it, but from my outside point of view, is it really successful when the same team has won it 13 in the last 15 years?
What?
And the same teams doing the
What do you
same
go-
thing?
Oh, yeah.
Is there any success or movement in the thing? Like it's.
I mean, you could sit. So
Look at baseball, right? People are complaining about baseball with the Dodgers
So,
owning a more.
here is-
Now they're talking about a salary cap and a salary floor, and there's growth in it by proving that this team being able to spend more and be able to do more due to the fact who owns them and who buys.
No, so
You know, it is what it is.
the thing
from
that
from
we're
an
arguing.
entertainment and
Yeah.
business perspective,
Yeah.
I don't think that matters.
Okay.
In my opinion,
It's not
you're
okay,
welcome
yeah.
to your opinion, and you do make a good point.
Absolutely.
You could say that the Premier League, although Arsenal won it last year, is maybe only a half a step behind with basically trading back and forth between Liverpool and City for the last, But I agree. If that is the argument, then yes, Bayern.
Well,
Munich
look again. Look who
dominating-
owns the clubs. Like
So that's what I was going to say, and thank you for saying that. So my thing with that is, of what we were talking about when it comes to like the country itself, the Bundesliga is a standard to follow when it comes to national German soccer. The fans are always happy. They can afford to go to the games. They have a great support. The teams are well run. There is a lot of
the
community
stadium
involvement.
atmospheres,
So when it comes to the individuality of German soccer and Germans themselves and their sport, you know what I mean? It's awesome.
yes.
Globally, no, of course, no.
From
They're
an
not.
outside point of view looking
yes,
in, it is not.
That it is not. They are not on that type of business. They're not in the business of being global.
Nope.
They're in the business of being good for their personal
Yeah.
following, their fans. That's what they care about. It's fine. Now, again, like you said, money makes better teams, and that is a fact. And that's the side of that proves that this is a business. You get more money, you get better teams, you win more, and you dominate, and then that brings more money. Money begets money. The English Premier League, we agreed last year, and I'm still strong on it, even though there were so many players that left, too many came in. They are the best.
Yeah.
But like Aaron said, and like we were talking about it, very few teams in England are owned by English owners.
Right.
Very few teams in England are oriented to their fan base. The smaller
They
teams
want the global, yeah.
Like we talked about it, the smaller teams, the newly ascended teams, yes, those are pure English teams. But that's not the
Well,
market.
not Bournemouth. For what it's worth, they are
Bournemouth
they're
is
an
worth.
American owner
Yeah.
and a global team.
Even like we talked about it, 15 and up is pretty much everything is internationally
But look where
owned
Bournemouth
or
are now.
partially.
Yeah. Oh,
As
yeah,
opposed to where they are when they came up.
I
Like,
agree. I agree.
So that's what it is. So that's what we are talking about. And those are the two perfect examples. England is the perfection of the model of business, soccer, and production, and being global and being successful.
Yeah, running it as a business.
Yes, Germany is that example of Germany, maybe even Italy. Italy is super corrupt. That's the problem. You know what I mean? But like out of the leagues that are successful enough to be considered top, Germany is the standard.
Yeah.
Germany is like the country that the other ones could be, but they're not going to choose to.
I agree. I think,
Spain is not going to go back to that. They're going
No.
to lose millions. England is going to lose millions. So that's kind of like the point with soccer nowadays as a business, or arguing with the 20% is, what do we want? Do we want a business or do we want the sport? And we all agree that it's too late for us to say that the business of soccer is not present.
Right. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
My point is, it can be a little bit
Yeah,
of both.
I just want to keep the one event, the one really big thing, and that's my personal opinion. And I talk to a lot of fans, and they're on the same boat. People that are, watch soccer and play soccer, like, listen, we don't give a rat's ass about anything else but the World Cup. Let the World Cup be the World Cup and actually change it to be better. If you give the money back to the countries, they don't need to be strong-armed like that. You cancel this out because you give them every 4 years enough money to be able to be at peace for 4 years. You self-sustain that development,
Yeah.
man. And then all the rest of the money can be in your pockets, my guys. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, it's
crazy.
If we were soccer kings for a day, then we'd fix some problems. We'd probably create 10
Yeah.
others, but we would fix a couple of them. So, all right, I think that's great review of that whole fiasco. I'm sure there will continue to be stuff leaked out in the coming days
Yeah.
and weeks and months.
Yeah.
And obviously, when it's election time, we will be up to date with all that.
Ow.
I think so. But I do have tentatively something planned for next week, where it probably won't be released in time for to be part of our episode, but I do want to do with a former professional coach a kind of a redux on the World Cup in general, and specifically on the U.S. and with Mauricio Pochettino's contract renewal, where he thinks the U.S. will be for the 2030 World Cup. So I've got that going on, hopefully in the can, ready to go next week. So a couple other things that we have moving forward with. We have a brand new supporters club right here at Newburgh Brewing
Yes.
Company. It is
The Hudson Valley Arsenal.
the Hudson Valley Arsenal, reigning league champions Arsenal.
We will, like I said, it's not going to start with the
You're not around
the Community
for
Shield.
Community
I
Shield,
will
but-
be in Lake George that weekend.
Nice.
So I'm going to shoot to try to come up with maybe a badge and a flyer within the next 2 weeks to start announcing when the games
I will
are.
work on that with you. But yeah, we're very excited to be adding to our and this is speaking of not making things business. I was going to say our portfolio of supporters, but our friends and family here that want to support their club. So
Yeah, and we know there is a lot of Arsenal fans out there.
Yeah.
We saw you all
for the
in the
Champions League
finals.
final, yeah.
Yeah.
So come on
please.
out. And Nas fully is aware, as he's seen over the last couple of years with other supporters clubs, excuse me, that it's not, start the club and immediately you have 30 people, 40, 50 people. So
It's got to start somewhere.
We want to
and
grow
it starts
it
with one or
slowly.
two.
If you're interested in coming to watch the games, essentially any Arsenal match we will have live here in the brewery.
Yep.
If you have a skill set or want to be more involved, definitely reach out to Nas here at the Hudson Valley Arsenal at gmail.com.
Yep.
Is it?
It's the Hudson Valley Arsenal.
Is it the Hudson Valley or
No,
the
it's
HV?
the HV Arsenal.
The HV Arsenal at gmail.com.
Yeah.
You are, I don't know if you've finished them up, but the Hudson Valley Arsenal will also have all the social media accounts.
Correct.
Or if you have any questions and can't find it, just reach out to me at CDU Newburgh and we can get you squared away. But I'm very excited for you to be creating that and building that. So we have Arsenal now in addition to Brighton and Hove Albion, AFC Bournemouth, Manchester City, Borussia Dortmund in the Bundesliga, and New York City Football Club in the MLS with the Hudson Valley chapter of the Third Rail.
Yes.
Yeah, home and away games.
Yes.
Home and away games.
Boys, you have been rocking those fans,
Although
those
I
cheers,
personally-
man. I love you guys.
As you guys know, you've been to a couple of the games now. I want to focus more on the away games. If there's a home game, I want people going to the game.
Yes.
So actually, Diego's daughter was
Yes.
at the game yesterday.
Love the experience. A little sad that,
It was.
result was tough, but she was very happy.
Yeah.
She was very happy. Yeah, no, she said that, the atmosphere was great. I did connect it with a couple of guys of the fan club of the
Yeah.
rail.
Good.
So she got the whole experience. It was nuts. It was fun.
And we obviously
And
I'm a season ticket holder for New York City. The match was at Sports Illustrated Stadium, formerly Red Bull Arena. So a little bit of animosity there, and that's probably a big factor in why those games aren't super well attended, at least not for the NYCFC fans. But Sports Illustrated Stadium is an incredible venue to watch a match in.
Now that you mentioned that, I do have to give a shout, I guess, because safety and accessibility. My kid is 18.
Of
She's
course.
a young girl.
I told her I was, not that I was, she's very street smart. I'm not concerned, but when you have these kind of powder kegs of a club with the I don't want to paint them in a bad brush, but they have a significant Cruz Azul. I'm referring to
Yeah.
has a significant amount of very intense fans.
Yeah, I mean
the ultras and that stuff like that. They don't really. I wouldn't call it hooligans for the Mexican league, but the ultras and the supporters clubs do tend to be very strong-willed.
Yes.
So I wanted to make sure her going with you.
Yeah, no, I gotta say, well managed.
Good.
Security was great. She said, when everybody came out, everybody came out of their own areas.
Always good to hear.
So no, it was good. It was good. Shout out to Red Bull Arena, Sports Illustrator Arena.
Yeah, you gotta.
Sorry.
They have to pay their bills too. So you gotta make sure it's.
They're doing a good job. No, thank you very much, guys.
Good. So that's it for our supporters clubs upstairs. We are looking to do more events as well with bringing in former and current players.
Yeah. Or if you have an idea that you want to run by us, man.
Or if you want to start your own supporters club, we're happy to accommodate.
Absolutely.
A couple other things that we have moving in the right direction. We're going to keep it as part of A Soccer Fan Walks Into a Bar, but there will be a weekly or sometimes twice a week bonus series with an American point of view on AFC Bournemouth.
Nice.
So we'll be
Yes.
previewing each and every match. The idea/format will be to have a dialogue and a back and forth previewing the match with an American or U.S. based fan of that opponent as well.
Oh. Okay.
So I've already got the first 3 or 4 matches queued
Ready
up
to go.
in terms of who we'll be bringing in. So that they open at Man City. I have a couple guys from the Phoenix Manchester City Supporters Club that'll be coming on virtually, and we'll be chatting back and forth. We'll also be, I don't want to let the cat out of the bag yet, but we'll also be doing a few with somewhat local soccer celebrities.
Nice.
So for the Newcastle match, I've gotten one that should be
saucy,
a great,
spicy one.
Yeah, for the NYCFC fans, you'll definitely want to tune into that too because there's some connections there. But he's going to drive up from New York City and come hang out with us, maybe over a beer or two.
Nice.
And talk the game. So looking forward to a lot of that. What else do we have cooking?
You're the soccer guy, man. I'm the brewery guy. So
Soccer-wise,
you
man.
tell me what we're doing, and I make it happen.
Our game night exploded.
Game night is very good, very good.
And potentially there is some room for some cross-platforming. We could
We can do some FIFA Binho stuff. FIFA stuff. I want to do FIFA.
Yeah.
I mean, what is it called? It's not FIFA anymore.
EAFC.
It's
it is called
EAFC.
now.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm dating myself, my
I know,
guys.
I
You know how
know.
it is. All us old people
But there
over
has
here
been a
that don't
wave
game
also
anymore.
of would you call those role-playing games, but soccer-centric, where you're
Manager.
like the up the table like that we talked. So where almost like a D&D style.
It's Rocket League, baby.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
It's Rocket League.
You're
That's
talking
what
about
it
like the board games?
Yeah,
Yes.
like
Yeah,
a role-playing,
there's a bunch of there's a bunch of board games that have come out that are soccer centric and moving your players, the
Yeah,
ball itself. We've come a long way from the what was the where you flick the player?
Oh yeah, that was it.
Oh, Subudio.
Yeah.
Say what?
Subudio.
Really? Never played it.
Oh, it's very popular. Well, it was very popular in the 60s and 70s in England and continental
So instead of flicking
Europe.
the ball, you flick the player into the ball and
and
then
the
launch. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where football came out.
Honestly, it's not dissimilar from Binho either, but you're flicking the player as opposed to
Not
the
the
ball
ball.
directly. So, so I think that will do it for us. Like you said, next week we will start previewing in depth, more of the Premier League season. I know you won't be here, but maybe we'll bring back the pour over for some predictions.
Yeah, you and I will do it.
I have to get the trophy made still. It's in production as we speak.
Wait, who won't be here?
You.
Oh no, you could be
Next
here
Saturday.
on Saturday maybe. Well, when do you go?
No, we leave Friday, come back Sunday.
Okay, yeah. So it'll be just the two of us on the pour over then.
Oh, Saturday morning.
Saturday
Okay.
morning,
So you're going to
then.
bring back a pour over.
We
Saturday
can
morning, okay.
discuss it.
Yeah.
I'll put it up on social media
that's
if we're doing it. But at the very least, you'll be able to make your prediction.
Yep.
He's what do you think? Man City 3-0?
No, 1-1.
1-1 penalties.
1-1 go to penalties.
right?
Yeah.
Do they do extra time too, or
No.
I would assume
I think it's
straight
just
to
straight penalties,
Yeah,
yeah.
it makes sense, but you never know. So, at any rate, that is going to do it for us this week. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you staying with us despite the lagginess. Oh, there's also a really bad storm outside, so that could be some of the factor as well.
Listen, I haven't been this still in a while.
I know.
I did a very good job today.
Yeah.
I hope Stacks give me props because I stayed very still. You'll see me moving in the future. I never stop moving. So today I was.
What am I supposed to do with these?
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. That's how I felt the whole time.
Chat and listening. Once we get Stack a little bit more comfortable with us, he will be definitely chiming in as well with some more.
Absolutely.
Thank you. We appreciate you as always. We got plenty coming in for the fall season.
Yep.
Make sure you follow us. Obviously,
follow, subscribe,
and share with YouTube and Twitch.
Yep.
Audio only is Spotify and Apple Podcasts, but also our social media accounts: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook.
Yes.
And if you want to chat more about the beautiful game with us and some more of our fans, make sure you reach out for the Discord link. So that'll do it. Thank you guys. Appreciate you, and cheers.